here with Sun Star Jungle Jane after she left the I'm a Celebrity jungle. Cheers, Jane.
Cheers! GK, she's very funny and very successful. She has absolutely no filter, and that's her thing. She's hilarious, but again, the first few days she was very GK Barry, and then there was this lovely segue where she became Grace, and she had her moments of being hilarious, but she was also a lot quieter, you know, didn't feel the need to constantly be switched on with us all the time, which was great. So Melvin is very under the radar. Sometimes you don't notice that Melvin is there because he's not begging for your attention. He's an absolute grafter. He gets it done. He's not one of those people that comes up and goes, "Look what I've done, everyone." He just goes up and down with the water pot, puts it where it needs to be, comes and quietly sits down, occasionally goes off and has his quiet moments. But if you talk to him, he is the loveliest, loveliest guy. Just very respectful of women, very kind, very considerate, always asking how you are. Only talks about himself when you ask him. So I would love Melvin to get into the final. I hope that people notice Melvin. Oti is Mrs. Positive Energy. I have learned the salsa, I learned the Charleston, did stretching classes. She is a fabulous woman, and the first week she was just like switched on the whole time, and then week 2 you saw a whole other different Oti. She sort of just chilled out, got loads of sleep because she's got a new baby daughter who's only 1, and she figured, you know, babies that age, you haven't got a clue where you are, and she wants to have more children, and she said, if I don't do it now, I probably won't. Talisa, the female boss. That is a title well earned. Talisa is a tough cookie. We're alike in a lot of ways in that we don't let people in very easily, but when we do, you're in for life. And I'm hoping, and I think, I'm in, because we had a lot of great chats. She's had a lot of tough times in her life, some of which are well documented. You know, she did a documentary about her mother's mental health struggles and being a young child coping with that, and she's a fighter. Alan, oh my God, Inspector Gadget. We all came up going, there isn't a plug in the bath. They've given us a bath but no plug. Alan, I'll make a plug. He makes a plug. There's leaves in the shower. Alan, I'll make a broom. I'll sweep out the leaves. Our clothes won't dry. I'll make a washing line, which in the end we had to take down because it got in the way of the cameras. But he is just so resourceful and practical. God, I had such deep chats with Richard. We talked religion, we talked politics. He's a very, very interesting man, and it's like he was in the communards and he joined a monastery. I mean, you couldn't get 2 more extreme things in life. But he's a very, I kept calling him the irreverent reverend. He loves being around people, but he also likes to have his own space occasionally. I think he was very apprehensive about being with a lot of people 24/7. I call him Duracell Barry. He's like a little Duracell bunny. He's like this. He wants to do everything. He wants to help everybody. He talks 19 to the dozen. He's got great stories. He wants to know all about you. And then about 15 minutes later, he just goes back to his little charging station, lies on his bed like this with his feet up, sleeps for about 15 minutes and then he's back out again. But what a lovely guy. And to see, I mean, he's such a fighter in every sense of the word, but when he said he was worried about me as a journalist, I don't think he's spoken about the death of his daughter, and I think the 5 years it's been, and as he said, they were just so grief-stricken, they stopped going out, they didn't really do anything, they just worked and hung out with family. So I think he was feeling nervous to see his pain and his grief, but everybody just enveloped him with support and care and love. And then he just said what he wanted to say, and then we just said, right, if you want to talk about her in future, you can talk about her. We will not come back to it, because we don't want you to feel that you have to talk about it if it's so painful to you. Danny is absolutely delightful. I've just spent a bit of time with his mum, and I just said to her, he's an absolute credit to you. He's such a lovely man, and he's very positive and sunny and smiley, but you know, underneath there's quite a complex person. Dean is an absolute sort of powerhouse of positivity. He's funny, he's entertaining, he's caring, but most of all, he's himself. And in a quiet moment I had with him at some point, he said, he got badly bullied at school, and he said to me, I sometimes worry that people think I'm too much. And I said to him, you must never feel that, that's their problem, not yours. So yeah, he's a really special person, Dean.